Alright, what's up everyone? This is Ryan here and you are watching CG MarketWatch. Now, of late we have had a number of big investors, the greats of their time coming into the space, commenting, well, either positively or neutrally or negatively about the space. Now, we have two articles in CG MarketWatch Telegram channel that I would like to bring to your attention, which is George Soros prepares to trade cryptocurrencies, and the other is Cuban says gold and Bitcoin equally useless. Now, of course, we want to cover the more positive article first, which is George Soros, right? He is the same lines as Warren Buffett and Benjamin Graham, and Jim Rogers. Now these are old fogies. They are the legacy group, but for them to kind of take notice and give the go ahead, especially for their family office to start trading cryptocurrencies, I think it means a lot for the space. Now, first and foremost, the family office is said to have recently approved trading. Soros called the digital assets a bubble in January. Now, George Soros called cryptocurrencies a bubble in January. Now his 26 billion family office is planning to trade digital assets. Adam Fisher, who oversees macro investing at New York-based Soros Fund Management, got internal approval to trade virtual coins in the last few months. Though he has yet to make a wager, according to people familiar with the matter, a spokesman declined to comment. Soros, speaking at the World Economic Forum in Davos, said digital coins cannot function as actual currencies because of their volatility. But he didn't predict the hard tumble that some observers had forecast at the time. As long as you have dictatorships on the rise, you will have a different ending, because the rulers in those countries will turn to Bitcoin to build a nest egg abroad. Since the billionaire investor made his comments, Bitcoin has fallen 41%. The asset's whipsaw ride over the past 6 months has caused some investors to doubt the value of trading it. Former hedge fund manager Mike Novogratz shelved plans to launch a crypto fund in December, shifting his efforts to a merchant bank focused on cryptocurrencies and ventures based on related technologies. Other macro managers have turned to digital coins as profits from their hedge funds dwindle. John Burbank, who shuttered his main fund last year, plans to raise $150 million for two funds investing in digital currencies. His Passport Capital started the funds in January and have mostly sought investments from family offices and other wealthy investors. Billionaire Alan Howard made sizable personal wagers separate from his firm in cryptocurrencies last year and plans to put more of his own money into digital assets and the blockchain technology behind them. Soros has already been indirectly betting on crypto. The firm amassed a stake in Overstock.com in the fourth quarter, making it the third biggest shareholder of the discount e-commerce company. In August 2017, it became the first major retailer to accept digital currencies. The company had also planned to start an exchange for cryptocurrencies as well as other digital coins that could trade on the platform. In March, Overstock.com disclosed that the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) is investigating its proposed ICO. Shares have sunk about 40% in the wake of the disclosure. Investors in digital assets also face the growing possibility of government intervention. Central banks globally are investigating the benefits and risks of cryptocurrencies, while regulators in South Korea, one of the world's busiest Bitcoin markets, are cracking down on such trading amid allegations of fraud. So, what do you think, guys? Is this something that you guys welcome, in the sense that you're having such a big whale like George Soros stepping into the space? Also, just a personal opinion that this will obviously be a hedge fund play. So meaning that you have to have both a risk management asset class, for example, the futures market, so that just in case, if they are longing, or at least they're buying and holding, say Bitcoin, for example, they will have to have an instrument that will allow them to short the market. So in this case, usually it's the 1 month shorts or the futures contracts. At this point of time, I would not say that there are much available derivative products in the market for investors or hedge funds to really capitalize on the downside. Yes, you can go to BitMEX and start shorting various types of cryptocurrencies, but if you are not a professional trader, I would strongly advise against it for now. Okay, now the next article that we want to cover is, of course, we talk about Mark Cuban. Now, Mark Cuban is one of the owners of the Dallas Mavericks, and of course, we all know him from Shark Tank. He just called out, "I hate gold. Gold is a religion." Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban, owner of the Dallas Mavericks, told Kitco News in an exclusive interview at the Three Sharks in a Castle Symposium, "I do not see it as an alternative currency." Well, go figure, right? I'm not going to be walking around with like a few bars of gold so that I can pay for stuff. So Cuban said that while there may be some fundamental value to gold, everything else is a collectible. He said, adding that gold and Bitcoin are the same thing. According to Cuban, both Bitcoin and gold derive their value from supply and demand. The good news about Bitcoin is that it's a finite supply, and the bad news about gold is that they'll keep mining more. Cuban noted that retail investors would do well to clear their personal debt first in order to avoid interest expenses. The best investment you can make is paying off your credit cards, paying off whatever debt you have, he said. If you have a student loan with 7% interest rate, if you pay off that loan, you're making 7%, that's your immediate return, which is a lot safer than picking a stock or trying to pick real estate or whatever it may be. So guys, clearing debt, advised by Mark Cuban, what do you think? So that brings us to the end of CG Market Watch. Feel free to comment, like or subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to click the notification button if you want to find out more about the next episode. And don't forget, guys, join the CG Market Watch Telegram chat. See you in the next episode.